Hello, what is up, guys? John Killingsworth here. I hope it is working. Please let me know in the comments if you can see me. I've had a bit of some technical problems, but it should be up right now, bitches. Alright, let me just get back to... Okay, so today's topic is self-discipline. Self-discipline... it's not like discipline, because discipline is different, because someone could tell you what to do and you can become a very disciplined person, right? And if you just listen what you're told to do at school or whatever, and then you would develop some amount of discipline, some amount of following through actions, following through assignments that you're given, following through certain goals, certain paths, and stuff like that. But the difference with self-discipline is that self-discipline is something that you can develop when no one else is looking. So literally, like, you are on your own and you're taking action on your own, independently of whatever else other people think. And it's literally no one else is watching. So it's like, when no one is watching you, are you gonna go to the gym? When no one is watching you, no one to congratulate you, are you gonna keep working on those videos? Like right now, I don't know how many of you guys are on the live stream. Not many, probably. But it just comes to show that you have to be able to independently work towards your goals. You can't just passively wait for someone to tell you what to do. Wait for someone to tell you, what's my path in life? Why should I do what I do and stuff like that? It's like, no, you decided yourself. By the way, guys, at any point, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Whether it's around the theme of this live stream, of anything else, self-development related, just drop it right now. And 1 second, I'm just gonna close the freaking door. It's so much noise right now. What's up, Viper Elite? Yeah, there's like a protest outside. There's like, I don't know what the hell it is right now, but anyways, yeah, but guys, so what I was talking about is self-discipline. Is you have to develop. It has to come from you. Really, it has to come from an intrinsic place. And why is it important? It's because, well, anyone could be disciplined. Think about it. Children are disciplined at a very young age. They just go to school and all of a sudden they have some discipline. But it's not coming from an intrinsic place. It's coming from a place of wanting to conform, wanting to be like everybody else, not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to stand out. But self-discipline, it comes from you. It comes from your real purpose. So it might be something to ask yourself. I have self-discipline in my life? Or am I just following along people and just doing what I'm told to do? And if you're doing what you're told to do, then I don't think you have true self-discipline. I have a friend that's in the army, and he knows this very well. But at the army, he is extremely disciplined. Extremely disciplined. Why? Well, no shit. You have to be disciplined or else you get kicked out. It's easy to be disciplined in the army. I'm not saying the army is easy. But being disciplined is very easy at the army, because you're told what the fuck to do. But when no one is watching you, when no one is here to clap you, no one is here to reward you, no one is here to tell you, no one is here to help you out at all, do you still carry through your actions? Right? Do you still carry through what you said you were going to do? Or do you just passively sit on your couch and wait for someone to give you your goals, to give you, a meaning in life, stuff like that? No, I think you have to find your own yourself, really. And I see more of you guys are coming in right now, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them down below. And yeah, ask yourself this, like, what things am I doing in my life that I'm disciplined with, but I'm just doing because I was told to do it, or because I was told it would be the right thing to do, or because I was convinced by some other outside force that would be the thing that I should be doing, right? And maybe you do. Let's say you go to school repeatedly and you always arrive on time, and you go to work and you always arrive on time, and you're always nice to people, and you think you're like a disciplined individual. You're not like crazy or whatever, and you know how to hold yourself together in public or whatever it is. Like whatever things that you learn, whatever habits that you have, question them. Every single one of them. Are all of those habits coming from me or not? I agree, learning self-discipline is an important skill to learn. What do you do to improve yourself on being self-disciplined? Phoenix Imperium, what's up? Can you teach me Kung Fu? I wish I could, but I'm not a Kung Fu master. Maybe one day, actually. I kind of want to learn martial arts at some point. I have a friend who does Krav Maga. And maybe one time I might. What if I did a video someday? I don't know. For self-discipline is I don't know. For me, it's just like the only thing for self-discipline for me is that what's the alternative? That's the only thing I got to do. It's like I have to be self-disciplined. There's nothing else to life really. Like if you have a particular goal, a particular vision, a particular purpose. It's like you have this amazing vision, and the only thing, the vehicle that's gonna lead you towards that, achieving that goal or purpose, whether you want to be better with women, you want to be a good artist, you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever it is, like the only road is self-discipline on a consistent basis. Really, I don't see anything else to self-discipline. It's like you just want it so bad, and it's the best method of acquiring it. Obviously you also have to self-correct if like you make errors on the path, or there's like there's certain obstacles, you have to overcome them and stuff. But that's really it. It's like I tell myself there's no other choice. What else is there? Okay, it's either self-discipline or you buy in the quick fix mentality and you buy some it's so hot in here. You buy some quick fix mentality thing, some quick magic pill. It's either self-discipline or that quick magic pill thing. Guess what? The magic pill does not exist. Or if it does exist, the magic pill will give you success very fast, and it will rob you of your success very fast. So what's left? The only thing that's freaking left is self-discipline. What the fuck else is there but self-discipline? I don't see anything else. Like what other vehicle is gonna lead you towards your goal? For example, those videos right now. I do them every week, twice a week, and I love making them. But I also have to self-discipline myself into making them, because no one's gonna tell me to do them. Like if let's say I stop making video for like a week or two, sure, maybe some of you guys would comment, but do you think like pixels on the screen are going to like discipline me, like other people's opinion are gonna discipline me into doing it? No, it's like all this motivation has to come from me. Like whatever else you want to do in life, whatever you want to be good at, you want to be good with whatever, you want to play an amazing musical instrument, you want to be a boss or whatever thing, at whatever area of life, that it's all you, man. So that's really it. I don't know what else to say. How do I have a Donjon smooth conversation? Ooh. First of all, I'll answer the other question about self-discipline before we transition. I see, but don't you think being too self-disciplined can lead to selfishness? Selfishness. I don't see how the two of them would come together. I think that if people were more honestly selfish with themselves and admitted that they were selfish in certain areas, and they fully embraced it, they would be more caring, loving people. And that is a massive paradox, massive nuanced point, so whatever you guys listening to this, don't take it literally. But if people just were honest with things that they really wanted for themselves selfishly, right, then they would be able to help other people better. For example, me. What are my selfish needs with this live stream? Well, there are many things. One thing is that I wanna advertise myself. I wanna market myself. I wanna make more views, more subscribers, because I'm gonna release my Patreon page on May 21st. May 21st. Keep that in mind. Patreon page, and I want you guys to pay me eventually. I want to turn this into a living eventually. I want to be more popular on the internet eventually. Those are all really selfish desires. Like, of course, it's all for me. And then now that I've admitted this, now that I know, like, hey, this is what I want, and I'm going to be self-disciplined in achieving it, now I can finally help and contribute, Now that this is out of the way, if I can help you out in my selfishness, then all the better. You can actually watch one of my videos called How to Be Selfish. I think you'd find it really interesting if you talk about selfishness. And there's also another video in tandem to that called Why is everyone selfish? Why nobody cares about you? Something like that. So yeah, that's what I think. Yes, finally made it to one of your streams. Hell yeah! Yeah, I've seen your comments quite a bit. Gamer does random. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Yeah. So back to your question, Elite Viper. How do I have a Don Juan smooth conversation? Well, you can have those Don Juan smooth conversations, but quite frankly, I think it doesn't really exist, the perfect smooth conversation. I think many of us, you have this picture of like the perfect pickup, the perfect interaction with somebody, with a woman, but I think none of it is ever smooth and like, super clean. I think there has to be some bumps in the conversation, some natural awkward pauses, some natural mistakes for it to be authentic and natural. I think if you appear too perfect and you appear too confident, it might actually put the girl on guard. Like, wow, he's probably done this 1,000 times, or if it's like almost too smooth or like too good, like I feel also being too good and too smooth, it can also become a barrier to connection, because you're trying to make everything so smooth and like human connection, when you're being vulnerable with somebody else, for example, when you're trying to connect, it's always going to be a little awkward, a little bumpy here and there. It can't just be like smooth sailing through the ocean the entire time. So yeah, that's what I think. If you guys got more questions, shoot them right the fuck now so we can answer them. Or else I'll get back to the topic. So, how to achieve more self-discipline. So now we've talked about, you have to have a strong enough purpose to be more self-disciplined in your life. You also have to know what the fuck you want to work on. So you have to take that one thing that you're willing to achieve mastery in. Mastery, right? Because becoming self-disciplined, it doesn't just come like, not just self-discipline for the sake of it, but usually there's like that one habit that you want to be disciplined with, right? So first of all is like, you have a strong purpose, a strong why for doing it, and also you have to know, well, what is that one or two habits that I want to implement? And I would start with one or two habits, because more than that, and you kind of, you might burn out after a few days, because any habit that you want to be self-disciplined with usually takes you need a certain momentum to get the ball rolling, so for any habit, okay, I have this chart in my head. The first 0 to 7 days, let's say building a habit takes 90 days, okay, 90 days. Why not 30 days? Because after 30 days, you can just slack off after that. And it's easy to market 30 days because it's easy. But if I want to tell you the truth from my experience, what I've experienced is that you need at least a solid 90 days to be disciplined in whatever thing you want to be disciplined at. All right. So you want to be disciplined at, let's say, meditation, 90 days. The first 0 to 7 days I call the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase, like, oh, what is this new habit? I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna be a master, Zen master after 7 days or 90 days or whatever thing. The first 0 to 7 days are like you're excited about it. But at the same time, it's also the hardest to get the ball rolling, which actually the enthusiasm actually helps in your favor. But when that can kick you back in the ass is when you start burning out because you're too excited. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna meditate 1 hour per day. And after 7 days, there's the second phase, that like the 7 to like 21 day-ish period is when you start becoming complacent a little bit. You're like, oh, I've already done it for 2 weeks. Oh, if I miss 1 day, it's not the end of the day. And then you become complacent and you're like, oh, yeah, I've got it handled. But then, you continue, and let's say you continue through the 30-day mark, the 40-day mark, the 50-day mark, then this is like the intermediate plateau of any habit. So after this mark, you realize, well, I've been on this for a while now, and I've gone too far to quit now, but I'm not getting results. I've been meditating every single day for 30 to 40 days, and I don't know why I'm not getting results. It's still hard to meditate, and I'm sitting, and it's such a pain. 30 to 40 days, right? Maybe it extends until 50 days or 60 days, and then around like 60 days, 70 days, you're like, you know what? I've gone too far to go back. Like I've gone too far now, and even if it's hard, I'm gonna continue doing it. And then 80 days, 90 days. Around that time, what's gonna happen? Something magical is gonna happen, where you're like, wow, like I finally like achieved that, and it's kind of Inception. You don't realize it, and then after 80, 90 days, you're like, wow, my life has become so much better from that habit, and you've done it for so long that actually not doing it would be harder than doing it. So that means that if let's say you were on day 91 to stop doing the habit, you'd be like, well, something's missing right now today. I don't know what it is, but like I feel weird not meditating right now. So then you go and meditate, or whatever that challenge is. Okay, so try that. Like this is like a big challenge for you guys. Find out one habit. If you have that one habit, let me know in the comments right now what you'd like to learn, which habits you'd like to implement, and whatever specific habit that you have, I'll try to help you out on it. Maybe help you, give you like a little plan or whatever thing. So yeah, this is my 90-day model. Fucking do it. Fucking do it. 7 days is not enough. 21 days is not enough. And especially, if it's a good habit that you like to have for a lifetime. Some habits you could keep for a lifetime. Like going to the gym. You should go to the gym like 3 times a week for the rest of your life. Why not? Of course. So, think about that. I see, thanks for you explaining that. What do you think about North Korea and South Korea finally ending the war between their countries? What? They ended the war? What the fuck? You have been living in a cave, man. What the hell? They've been... North Korea news. Let me check. Yo, dude, I don't listen to... I don't watch the news, man. I like... You know what I am? I live in my little... I live in my little cave. I read books at work, whatever, when there's some time off. And then once in a while, I go out with my friends. And then I make those videos. But I don't actually take the time to watch the news. But like, what the fuck? You say that they... I don't know, but like... it's a very common tactic of war to like seem to submit, seem to give up, seem to make peace, but you're not actually making peace. And like a country like North Korea and whatever, like I wouldn't be surprised if let's say they're like, yeah, we're making peace, but like can you really trust that? I like with all the horrible things that they're doing. I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, that's a very common thing that people will do. Like even in real life, you have a specific conflict with someone else, Some people will be like, oh, it's okay, I don't want to fight, please, I don't want to fight, whatever thing it is, and then try to like be diplomatic, pretend like you're trying to end things, to be at peace, but like behind the scenes, you're still plotting your revenge on that person, plotting your revenge on that bully who's bullied you, plotting your revenge on whatever thing. So like whatever, they're making peace and ending the war. I don't know. Honestly, I don't believe that shit. I don't know. I'd say that was to be a great achievement. I said that was to be a great achievement indeed. And not getting nuke is a big kudos too. Yeah, I don't know. I have to read more on it because I haven't been reading shit lately. Oh my god, yes, thank you. I have no discipline in my life. Well, you can develop it, Preety. You can develop it for sure, and it's something that it takes time. It's not something that you develop overnight. It just kind of discipline sneaks up on you. Like me, especially the last few weeks, few months. Now that I've moved out to this apartment, I had to learn to be a lot more disciplined. I had to learn to be a lot more, have a structure in my life, be very structured in my life. Why? Because since now that I stopped living with my freaking parents, yes, I was living with my parents the most of the time that I was on doing this channel, but now that I live on my own now, well, with roommates, now I have to dedicate all my time, allocate my time very specifically, in a time bracket. I don't have as much time to make videos, so I have to be a lot more efficient making those videos. And funnily enough, like I've actually kept my results, even though I had 5 to 6 times less time. Like literally, instead of 8 hours a day, now I have 2 hours per day for those videos. And I still kept that discipline because I had no other choice. It's like, put yourself in a situation where you have no other choice but to be self-disciplined, and you will develop self-discipline. Now, not just self-discipline, it could be anything. It could be you want to become fearless. Put yourself in a situation where you have no other choice but to be fearless. Put yourself in a situation where that's literally the only way out, is to develop this quality in yourself. The death ground strategy that Robert Greene calls it in the 33 strategies of war, I think 48 laws of power as well. It's like, put yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to become the best version of yourself. Like, life is so short. You have to develop discipline. That there's not you're gonna, we're gonna die. We're gonna blink and we're gonna die. In the universe, how many billions of trillions of years it existed, our lifespan is it's like a blink of an eye. It's not even. It's like 0.0000001% of the blink of an eye of the universe. This is your life right now. You realize it? Do you realize it? You have to be disciplined right now. What the fuck else is there to life? You have to fucking do it. That's it. Me. Okay, I know many guys will in personal development, they come up with those emotional woo-woo concepts, just believe in it, have a purpose, which is true. This is the biggest, most motivating force, I think, especially for if you're for anyone. We are driven by emotions. If your emotions are so strong, your purpose is so strong, doesn't matter any whatever tactic there is about how to be self-disciplined. Put a timer, use this special watch that will wake you up on time, have this magic application, or whatever it is, whatever tactic you have. If you don't have the heart, you're not going to be self-disciplined. That's it. You have to care so much about yourself, really love yourself, and really want to make the best out of life. That's it. Motivation, man. Motivation. Game learning. MF Boom, okay, says game learning and language, MMA. What is MMA? I'm really not good with all those internet, all those internet freaking MMA, that's fighting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You were talking about MMA, the fighting thing. Okay. I thought you were talking like. Anyways. Yeah, for sure. If you have any want to develop discipline in game, I'd say do a 90-day challenge as well. You know, like go out for 90 days and talk to one stranger a day for 90 days. And then after 90 days, or during the 90 days, you get really good. You'll see, probably. Learning a language, probably the same thing. You know, every day, practice a little bit, read a little bit about it. Fighting, probably like every single aspect of every field of mastery. There's like those high yield techniques that we can call high yield techniques that there's always those techniques that give you a disproportionate amount of results, right? Those little techniques, like, you know, let's say for MMA, there's probably a specific technique that you can learn that, you know, there's one technique that probably if you learned it, the other 90%, you know, would still be useful. But if you just focus on that one technique or that one fundamental practice, then you get really good really fast, right? So for example, Tim Ferriss, he was I think he was a winner national kickboxer thing. I don't remember, but he decided like to exploit the system to actually win this championship, and he would do a technical KO where he would like just trying to like bait the opponent into going off stage, or I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like some like hack of the system that he would abuse, and other opponents would hate him for that, would like think that he's cheating or whatever, but he would still win because it's in the rules. So find out one high yield technique in whatever thing you want and exploit it shamelessly. Just freaking do it and win. That's really it. Win. And use that. Practice this every day. Self-discipline yourself. You'll be a freaking master. Exactly. Why do I feel like I can only discipline myself once I move away from toxic environment? Yeah. Like sometimes when you are in a toxic environment with people that are not helping your goals, that are not helping you grow, what often happens is that you have this sort of like pseudo type of discipline. It's not real discipline. It's discipline that was put on by other people, and then because they were put on by other people, you feel like you are disciplined. You feel like you are, you know, like a great individual on your path or whatever. But actually, no, it's just your parents that are telling you, hey, become a doctor. And then when you study really hard, what happens? You get rewarded for studying really, really hard, and your parents tell you, oh, we love you, you're the best, you're going to be the best doctor ever. Now you have this sort of like pseudo type of, you have this feeling that you're being disciplined, but all your discipline from studying to become a doctor is founded upon getting approval from other people, from your parents. So then what happens when you realize 3 to 4 years later that you don't want to be a doctor, that you actually hate the field, that you were just there for the money, you quit, and for all of a sudden, all the discipline you learned when you were living with your parents, now you don't have any of it. Because your entire life, you lived for somebody else, and now you have no more discipline left for yourself. Self-discipline. I remember that. Right? Align with your values. So yeah, that's why you want to be in the best environment. Thanks for the live stream. Your opinion on war is similar to what is in the 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. What do you think of the MBTI? You said you were INFP. Yes, I am. Has it helped you in any way? Well, MF Boom, thanks for bringing that up. I think that's really cool, actually. Yes, exactly. Like, I read a lot of Robert Greene, so it's all taken from there. Like, everything that I think anything that's, you know, like anything that's published publicly, you know, like many people, they pretend to do something, but they don't actually do it. It's just kind of like, we have to see all the nuances in things in social dynamics, you know, like it's a lot deeper than we think. And it's not just like, you know, some people can be very transparent, very direct in what they say, and those people are the easiest people to, I think, mislead because they don't understand the game. But yeah, like people do a shitload of like underhanded things, and you just kind of gotta learn it, you know. um, and how about the MBTI test? I said I was INFP, which for those of you guys who don't know the MBTI test, you can actually just Google it. So I'll send it to you guys. I think it's really cool. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just think it's some cool shit. You can check it out right the fuck now. Don't do it right now during the live stream, but you do it if you want. I don't give a shit. And you can do that, and it's gonna tell you a profile of like where your personality stands. So me, what I am is I am the INFP, meaning the intuitive, introverted, intuitive, and feeling and perception. I think that's what it is. So, you know, there's four different letters to your type. So then you could either be introverted or extroverted. That's the first type. You can either be I think intuitive or strategic. I can't remember. The third one, I think it's thinking or feeling, and the fourth one is judging or perceiving, something like that. And it's really interesting because you see then how your mind thinks, and anything that helps you understand your psychology better will also help you become more self-disciplined. You know, theme of this live stream, ho 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 ho. You know, so I think it's important as well that you learn to, you know, you learn who you are and you learn your personality type. So then when you encounter other people that are different than you, you understand. You know, you understand that people are different, that, you know, people have different motivations depending on the day, depending on the time, whatever thing, you know. So I think it's super useful. I actually ranked, you know, INFPs, just to tell you a bit about, I guess, myself. There are people that are very intuitive, like they follow the intuition and emotions a lot. Hence why the F in the INFP, the feeling. And we believe that we follow our emotions more than our logic, almost. So like if we feel intuitively that something is right, we would much rather trust our heart, our gut, our intuition more than whatever formula we like, whatever society says, you know. So then why am I making those videos? Because I have a gut feeling that I know that you guys are going to benefit from it. And that I have a gut feeling that this is going to help the world. I have a heart feeling that this is going to be good for you guys, right? You might be different. Maybe you, for self-discipline, it's not about those emotions. It's not about like a feeling of like, yeah, I'm on a purpose and helping the world. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you just want to get laid. Maybe you just want to, I don't know, you just want to get success or money. Whatever it is, it's totally fine. Like, I don't get, like, we're all different. Maybe you're more of a thinking type. You're more of a logical type. So maybe you would need, to be more self-disciplined, you would need a logical reason to be self-disciplined, right? You would need a logical reason to continue being disciplined. So let's say, oh, well, I don't want to meditate, but oh, well, now I'm reading this article that meditation actually improves memory, improves, you have a better balance of your cortisol levels and dopamine levels, and you have clearer thinking, better sleep, better health, and it has studies that it prolongs life, whatever. Then you have a logical argument that, hey, if I'm self-disciplined, logically I'm going to get those benefits in the first 7 days, so I'm gonna do it. So that might be a motivation for you. We're all motivated by different things. We all develop discipline by many things. Yep, true. Got INTP. Yo, actually, dude, I was very close to getting INTP actually, because in the INFP, they give you percentages. I was actually like 48% thinking and like 52% feeling, something like that. So I was like this close to be INTP. And I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense that I'm close to INTP because, INTPs, they're called what are they called? The logicians, right? The logicians, like extremely logical, very pragmatic, type of people, And well, what is all this channel about? It's all like logic. It's using logic, rationally seeing the world for what it is, analyzing, strategizing about your life, how to make it better, how to avoid all the pitfalls, like logically assessing it. But at the same time, you also have all this crazy artsy shit as well. So I guess I've got a bit of both here. Yeah. So hey guys, I see you guys are watching. If you have any questions, please drop them right now, because I'm probably gonna end this live stream soon. I want to get back into editing more videos. Or if you want to watch me edit and you're freaking bored, you can watch me edit. Like, let me know in the comments if you want to see like a bit of like how my editing looks like or whatever. Let me know. I might actually do a special live stream just for I don't know. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them right the fuck now. Don't wait. I know you have a burning question right now boiling in your mind. And you want to say it, but you're thinking, oh, is that the right question to ask? I don't know if I should ask this question. I don't want to look stupid. What should I say? Like, I don't have anything to say. I don't know. Like, no, you probably have a question. Any question you have, just drop it right here, because I want to help you out. I know 9 of you guys are watching. I see 9 of you. 9 of you guys. Say at least hello. Say something, because I am watching you if you're watching me. Leah Black, I'm down. Awesome. Yeah, you should definitely do it. Okay, self-discipline. You know what? I'm kind of running out of ideas, so I'm just gonna give you like some quick little tips for more self-discipline in your life, since that's the theme of the live stream. So, beyond just being motivated and having a purpose about it, there are other things as well, like, make your environment more easy to develop self-discipline. Remove all temptations around you, You want to be self-disciplined to eat healthy, there should be zero freaking dessert in your house. None. No dessert, no sugar, none of that crap, no processed carbohydrates of like pizza or whatever shit. None of that. Make it easy for you. If you don't see it, you won't even for fucking working out. You go back home, the first thing you see is like your pair of running shoes and your gym bag like right like in front of you, like, and nothing else. It's gonna be easier than if you have your PlayStation 4 like lying around, and then it's online and you have like people messaging like, hey, you want to play a whatever Counter-Strike, whatever shit, even though there's no Counter-Strike on PS4. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but make it easy. Remove all this stupid temptation shit. So you might want to look for that. Gamer does random. When talking about the parent topic, my case was the exact opposite, because they wanted me to be successful, but I sort of do the exact opposite, which pisses them off, because they want to be independent. And in some days, I do get put down to the point I might break down in anger. Sorry about that. One sec. I use that to anger to push myself like never before. So kudos on the video you mentioned on anger too. One sec, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm just gonna up the lights, getting freaking dark as hell. Can you still see me now? Can you still see me? Yes. Okay. Oh, cool. I'd like to see your editing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'll show you maybe. So that's interesting. That's very interesting actually, because yeah, like some people, they want us. It's like whatever your parents try to convince you to do, is usually most kids will do the opposite. It's reverse psychology. If I tell you, hey, don't think of a freaking black pedophile bear. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Don't think of a black pedophile bear. You're gonna think of a black pedophile bear. So it's like your parents. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Same thing with your parents. Like whatever your parents will convince you to do, it's probably what you will not do. Unless they really make it happen. I think more naturally, right? I think I've read somewhere in one of the books that I'm reading right now, they were talking about parenting a little bit, And the best way to parent is not actually to tell them, yo, do this right now, do that right now, you must be successful, right? But actually to say why you should be successful, what's good about success, and kind of like sort of inception on you. Just sort of like suggested to you, like kind of like an idea planted in your head, but to tell you, hey, you know what? Success is really good for you financially. It's really important, but and the reason why is because you want to raise a family. It's gonna be good for you, and just just the values of like having good success. It's like Grant Cardone calls it your duty, an obligation. To be successful, stuff like that, and just kind of like inception that idea into that other person. They'll be much more likely to be convinced than if you just like shame them on whatever misbehavior they have. If as a parent you shame your kids for smoking weed, guess what? You're gonna smoke even more weed. But if you sit down with them and you're like, hey, listen, yeah, I understand that other people like might pressure you into doing the weed thing, and hey, like you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. If people tell you to do it, you don't have to do it. But hey, even if you do it, I'm not gonna be angry at you. I'm still gonna love you. But hey, listen, like it might not be, especially since you're still young, 15, 16, it might not be good for you in the long run, for your brain development. I don't know. There's not enough studies on this. But hey, if you want, like in 5 years, I'll buy you some weed. But just right now, I think it'd be better if you just don't do it. Something like that. Sort of like inception that idea into their minds. And maybe that's why the discipline measures of parents doesn't work, because they keep shaming other kids to stop doing whatever weed thing, and they keep doing it. Like, I think the best way is to fuck discipline by other people. Getting disciplined by a teacher or something. Develop self-discipline, and then your motivation not to smoke weed will come by yourself. Not that weed is bad. Actually, I don't know why I took this example, but there's some instances where weed could actually be beneficial. I haven't researched it, but medicine and studies keep popping up and shit. Let me know if I'm wrong, but anyways. Most attractive girl you have banged. It was. Let me think. It was this Latina girl. Well, actually, it's hard. It's like those two girls. It's like this Latina girl, and then there's this Italian girl. They were really nice, but it's beyond just the physical attractiveness. It's also their energy. And those girls, like when you went in bed with them, they were like a completely different creature. Like this Latina girl. Like I was like, we're having sex, and then like she looked at me like she was like trying to kill me, like literally. Like if this girl, you gave a knife in her hand while she was looking at me, it would make 100% sense. Yeah, anyways. Oh cool, I like to see you editing. Awesome. Yeah, I read that before. Where am I from? I'm from Montreal, Canada. So if you ever come to Montreal, Canada, let me know. We might hang out, or you want to be in my video, or you want to assist me, you want to help me in my video editing, or you want to help me out with, I don't know what the fuck you want to help me out with, whatever, or you just want to hang out, grab a piece of tea, get to know me, just let me know. I'm also curious in your opinion in overcoming horror, either movie or video games. It's a really great way to get improved self-discipline. Very interesting idea. Actually, I used to play a lot of one second, I just gotta see how long this live stream going for. How long has this live stream been? Like 26 minutes, I think. How long has this live stream been going? Please let me know, because I can't freaking see on my freaking monitor. I think it's, yeah, anyways. But yeah, horror games. I used to play, this game called Amnesia: The Dark Descent. It is the best, probably the best horror game I've ever played. I haven't played many. I've kind of played Outlast for a little bit, just for like a few hours, but then I didn't like it because it was too many jump scares. But for sure, like it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone. It gets you out of it gets you anything that elicits fear, elicits like unpleasant emotions. If you can go through those emotions, whatever means it is, you can go from that. I remember like things that can help you develop discipline is playing a very, very difficult game, or playing a very whether it's like chess against a very hard opponent, or it's playing volleyball against like a really good opponent, or even playing video games. And you know how to, when there's hardships happen, you don't get your emotions in the way. You don't get those guys on FPS shooters, like if you put the mic on and you're playing against an opponent and they start screaming once they get killed once, and then they were maybe at the top of the game, and then they start getting angry, and as soon as they get angry, their score goes down and down and down and down and down, and then the top player is now at the very bottom because they let their rage, they let their anger get into their game, and they couldn't focus on the game anymore. They lost all their power, they lost all their juices for life, for this game, and they got carried away, reactive to other people's attacks or whatever, and then they lose their shit. And this happens not just in video games, but I think in life as well. When you're able, I think this is a key component to self-discipline is that you want to whatever emotions happen, like the outside world, there will come obstacles, whether you're playing a game, there's like this monster pops at you, like holy shit, I'm so scared right now. Like, are you able to just sit and be still with it, like not overreact to getting killed by an opponent and your score going down and you losing that tournament or whatever that is? Can you keep your cool? Because many games, it's just kind of like, I think many things that you do in life is like many things. It's like about like 20%, 10% physical and 90 to 80% mental, psychological. Same for self-discipline. The people in the Navy SEALs, that go through Hell Week, that finish the entire crazy training with like 1 hour of sleep per day, are not those who are most physically fit, but those who have the mind to withstand all that pressure. And whatever natural obstacles get in their way or whatever, it's like almost like a war against nature. That's what Hell Week is. That's what Hell Week is. Not lose your cool. Stay calm, stay relaxed. Know how to keep your peace of mind. And practice that actually. Tonight, whatever you're doing tonight, you might have to do some dishes, or you clean your clothes or whatever you're doing. Take your time, as you're cleaning your clothes. Let's say this is cleaning your dishes. Let's say this is a piece of dishes. You take it, you take the sponge, and you take your time and you rub it, and you rub it. You take your time, you rub it slowly, and you make sure that every piece is removed. Instead of, like most people when they do dishes, like, oh, fuck that fucking shit, I hate it, and they kind of burn out and they overreact, and then they wash it, and then they realize there's still crumbs on it, and they're like, oh fuck, and then you take it back from the rack, like, oh fuck, I messed that one up, and then you put it back again, like, no, take your time. Take your time. Discipline yourself. Be like, if you can be highly self-disciplined while doing dishes, then being self-disciplined when there's this beautiful girl in the metro and you want to talk to her, then it'll be like, oh, you know what? Instead of reacting like I'm crazy, be like, holy fuck, there's this hot girl, I'm just gonna be calm. The same way I'm calm when I wash the dishes. The same way I'm calm where I read a book. The same way I'm calm where I have to call a client for a business deal, whatever it is. Then you'll be calm. You'll know you self-discipline can become a way of freaking life. Your life can become a doorway into becoming just this Zen monk at anything that you do. Can you become a Zen monk at anything that you do? Yes, you can. Freaking do it. I know you can. I know you can. Like be inspired. Like see other people that are highly disciplined, that have their life together, and like, isn't it the most beautiful thing to see? Like, the most beautiful thing for me, for any athlete, I love it actually. I've watched the X Games, the Winter X Games, and I don't remember what the fuck it was, like a few months ago, and they were doing the half pipe. But my favorite part was not seeing them, do the tricks and succeed, though it was fucking fun. Not gonna lie, but I loved the face at the beginning, of every person before they go on the podium, before they go down the slopes and do the crazy flips and whatever shit on their snowboard. Just this face of pure concentration, of just like being fully in the flow. And that zoom in on their face that the cameraman always does to every athlete before they go down the slope. This face is the face of self-discipline and mastery. So whenever you watch sports and you see, like, the guy that does the curling, curling is such a boring sport, I feel. But I love the face that they make. They're just so focused. They're just like every movement matters. It's so slow and deliberate and so like calculated and strategic. And it's just like, it's like a meditative practice. You see them like, holy shit, it looks like a boring sport, but like somehow they look so into that sport that I kind of want to do it. You know what I mean? And this is what I invite you to do. This is what I invite you to do. Fucking do it. And love, the process. That's how you're going to be self-disciplined. You got to learn to love the process of just every single step. It's not about the goal. Like right now, my goal is not to end this live stream. My goal is not to just get 1 million subscribers. Why the fuck now? My goal is like, I'm enjoying every single word that's coming out of my mouth right now. Talking to you guys. I don't know, it's just fun. I don't know what it is. But you have to experience it yourself to understand. Self-discipline in itself is like it's meditation. It's like the best way to put it is like you bring your awareness to an activity. Your awareness is so focused and so into it that it's like it brings you closer to reality, to enjoying life. And once you get the results are even more fun. So remember that. I think 22 minutes. Yeah, I got so carried away in that motivation, I forgot to read the comments. Motivation 2018 Nameless, Nameless, bitches. Weed really helps with my insomnia. Moderation is the key too. Awesome. Yeah, I have a friend that does weed every single day. I don't know if it helps him, but he looks happy, so I don't know. Montreal too, man. Robert, Prise, Carrier, hey man. Comment ça va, man? Come on, do you always have to do a live stream at the middle of the night when I have important exams? Hey, Spaghetti, you have exams. You gotta quit now. You can always ask your question, and if you have to study, you can ask your question and it'll be answered. So don't worry about it, and it's gonna be published after. So in case you really have to study, it's 8:30 p.m. where I live, so it's not that late. No, it's not that late right now. But I wish I could do the live stream earlier, but the thing is that unfortunately. The thing with I finish work at like 5, but then I go downtown, I meet some friends, and I have to I do my thing or whatever, do some errands, and then I'm back here after I eat, then I do the live stream. I guess I could do it earlier, or I could do it on the weekends. Like in the afternoon. That could also be an option. Let me know what your availabilities are. I'm just curious, but yeah. In your opinion, will success bring happiness? I'm currently trying to find what career I want to do, and I'm so lost. Nope, it won't. It won't. End of story. Bye-bye. Goodbye. No, just kidding. End of live stream. No more success. Nobody achieves success. It's bullshit. Your money doesn't make you happy. Fuck that shit, motherfuckers. Well, you know what's successful? I think getting on the path to success could bring you happiness, but success itself won't. That's the way I see it. Obviously, if I reach 1 million subscribers and I can make up this my living, this YouTube channel my living, of course, I'd be at least 5% happier than now. But there's this thing called hedonic adaptation, where whatever happiness set point that you have, you'll get adapted to it after a few weeks, after a few months. So if you win the lottery, let's say you won the lottery right now for like 20 million. You'll be freaking stoked and happy. But after 6 months, you'll probably go back to baseline. Probably at the same exact level that you were before you won the lottery. No matter what the fuck you do, Unless you do some crazy self-development work and you integrate and you do this crazy self-development work, then your happiness set point might go up. But whatever amount of success that you achieve, whatever success means to you, you will get adapted to it, and eventually it'll be a baseline again. So for example, me, when I sucked at pickup, I couldn't pick up girls, and I would get a make out. I would be like, holy shit, I'm the best pickup artist in the world, I'm so good at this, right? And then I started getting more makeouts and more kisses, girls, and at some point I'm like, well, I'm kissing all those girls, but none of those girls want to date me. None of those girls want to become my girlfriend. None of those girls want to see me on a date. And I'd be like, well, kissing girls kind of sucks. It doesn't bring anything else, but just like 5 seconds of fun. And, so it's like, I get this like success, I'm happy, and then all of a sudden, I get back to baseline. So I realized, hey, the happiness is not in getting the results, whatever results you want right now in your life. It's about... it's about the path of self-discipline. As I've talked about all this live stream, probably the real success in life is finding happiness. Yeah, there's many school of thought on happiness. Like self-development. Let's say like typical life coaching type of scene will tell you. Happiness is in growth, right? Like this is what Anthony Robbins would say. And other people would say you don't find happiness, you realize happiness. This is kind of my view on it, that you don't find happiness, you will realize it. But it's not just about realizing it too. It's also about, growing yourself. And there's many things to it. I think it's not just a black and white answer. It's like, yes, you want to be like this monk Zen master who can be happy no matter what. But also, if you don't have a roof over your head, you don't have your success in life is so minimal that you have to live on the street and you have no success, then your happiness is I don't think it's gonna last. Okay, maybe if you're enlightened or whatever, but like, let's live in the real world. You find happiness in the process, but you also need a roof over your head, so a minimal amount of success. So I think there's this middle ground here that we have to find. Ever thought of starting a blog or joining Real Social Dynamics? RSD. If you guys know RSD, let me know below. RSD, it's a pretty cool company. I followed them for years. I still follow them right now. Well, I started a website and I started running in it. I kind of dabbled in it. It's actually, you can go on it right now. It's called johnknameless.com. And I don't know how long it's going to be up because I don't know. I prefer to talk on camera. I prefer to edit my videos a lot more than I like to, write little blog posts. And I like that a lot better. And I realized after like 1 month, I'm like, well, I spend this money on this website and this domain. I don't know if I want to keep it now because I kind of want to get back to videos. And I was even thinking of starting like a coaching page, whatever, where I would schedule appointments, be like super professional. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should all put that on Patreon and just put it all in one place and focus on making videos, because videos is really what makes me happy. More than like any whatever marketing product I could release. It's like, I just want to make video. This is where my heart is at right now. So I don't know. I'm still debating right now, but about the blog, I'll think about it. And about RSD, actually, I was messaging back with RSD Max. Actually, we were emailing each other, and I sent him some of my montages, and that was like 2 years ago. He was like, "Hey, I really like your editing style. Shoot me up. Let me know which area you live in, and we might set something up." And yeah, I told him, "Hey, I'm from Montreal, Canada. Whatever thing." We start talking, but it never panned out. It just kind of yeah, I never ended up like working with RSD Max. I never ended up. He even said like, "Hey, I really love your videos, man. I'm gonna promote it on my page, whatever." And I don't know, he was probably too busy with all this stuff. And but yeah, hey, he's a super busy guy, like doing like boot camps every single weekend and shit. So I don't blame him. But I should probably contact him again. But honestly, I don't know if I would ever consider working for RSD because I'm not in it for the pickup. I'm not in it for the pickup. I'm in it for the art. I'm in it for like helping you guys out. And I talk about self-discipline. About your sort of being your unique person. And I feel like if I could I would definitely like on a short-term basis be willing to work for, let's say, RSD for 6 months. That would be great. But I would not want to be like an assistant. I would not want to be like an instructor. I would not want to be like, like work for them for the rest of my life or something. I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do that. And I don't know about you guys. You guys, would you be willing to sacrifice whatever your life right now to work for the dream company? Like, if that's your thing, go ahead, do it. If you want to be an architect and there's this whatever, or engineer and there's this company that you want to work for, just fucking do it. Do it. So yeah. Are you planning on another hypnosis session or was it just a one-time thing? Oh, I see you guys like it. I wasn't sure if other people liked it, so that's why I just kind of did it once. I thought it was cool. But now I see that you guys like it, then you know what? I might actually do more of them. And they don't take that long to make. Maybe like, a few hours maybe. And then it's up and you have like a 1 hour session that you can listen to while you're sleeping or something. So it's good stuff. I might do one on like a guided visualization for, pickup artists or people on their path to personal development that want to develop more self-discipline, let's just say. I could do something like that. Or maybe I should, I could even make a video product or like sell a package or something on it if you guys are interested. You should check out Gary Vaynerchuk. He talks a lot about finding what you want, find what motivates you first. Yep. Gary Vaynerchuk is very cool. Definitely. He's not really like much of a like sort of technical, theoretical type of person, or he's very street smarts. Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know what you guys think about him, but he's like, he just kind of like riffs off the cuff type of thing. Like, he believes in something and it's a lot more his energy that gets to you, that makes you want to work. I think people listen to people on the internet for their energy. So maybe you listen to this live stream because you like the energy that I project. You like the the inspiration that I give you guys. You like the what I offer you guys. Like maybe after you listen to a video, you feel a little more inspired, and you're like, yeah, and maybe you even forgot about the content. Like this video is not. There's some content in it. I'm trying to like be as give as much content as possible, but it's really like the emotional component to it that you will gravitate towards. And notice that with people that you meet, are we matching the same energetic frequency and stuff like that? That might be why you like that person. That might be why you like a specific person. And like, hey, think about it. Like, okay, since this is what draws me into someone, then that's how I can draw people into my life. Is like have the right, emotional frequency type of thing. People say spiritual frequency, but I think it's a little too far-fetched and woo-woo. Yeah, just like convey the right energy and shit like that. I honestly really like those videos a lot. Yeah, I will do more of the hypnosis things for sure. It takes us such a long time to realize how truly miserable we are. But it takes us even longer to believe that we don't have to live like that. And even longer to find our happiness. Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I think most people never truly realize that they're living in misery until it's too late. Until it's too late, and then it's too late. Like, oh fuck, what the fuck do I do with my life? Holy shit, whatever thing, and it's just over, right? It's just over, and it was too late to change. It was too late to, fix their lives or whatever, and then it just went to shit. But you don't want this to happen to you, right? You don't want this to happen to you. I have a question. What's Nameless's name? Nameless's name is that there's no name. Well, my Facebook name is John Killingsworth. And why did I take John Killingsworth? Because I wanted to just be nameless at the beginning, but then I tried to make an account on Facebook. They're like, this is not a real name. Please provide a real name. So I'm like, fuck, I can't just be called Nameless. What is this crap? So then I like try to find like some most generic name ever. So generic that like no one could think that it is my real name. You know what I mean? So I called John. I'm like, okay, John's pretty standard name, and Killingsworth because it sounds kind of creepy, and I like creepy, weird shit. No, you know what? This is why I wear this freaking mask, because I like this creepy shit, whatever shit. And yeah, that's how I came with John Killingsworth. I'm joking. Like, you don't have to answer that. Oh, too late. Oh no, my phone is dead. No more lighting. No more lighting, guys. It's over. We're not gonna see my face anymore. He is the Nameless, one without the name, a legend indeed. Wow. Well, as I keep repeating, the man behind this mask is an individual just like you. Like right now, imagine right now, okay? Imagine right now that I did a face reveal. I just like took it off right now and you would see my real face. It's like, would you be surprised like that I have a face? Would you be surprised that I am a human being? No, I am a human being. I am just like you. Like, we are no different. The only difference between you and me is that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna make a video about the human condition, whatever, and I'm gonna wear a plastic thing on my face. That's why I am here. There's no more difference. So one day he'll do a face reveal. So does that mean he'll do a name reveal too? Oh, honestly, I might. Like, okay, right now this mask is kind of like my. It's like my, it's my brand right now. It's sort of I guess a gimmick you could call it. But the day that the mask will no longer serve me, the day the mask will become something of the past, that I won't see the use in it, or the day that I'll feel that my personal development will necessitate me to take that mask off, I will take it off. But for now, I'm still growing my channel. This is kind of my brand. It's still kind of cool to me. It's still kind of new to me, this mask. So I'll probably keep wearing it for quite some while. MF Boom. Okay, how do you springboard to Chode Crystal to DHV in the SMV to maintain status as the AMOG in the LTR? What the fuck, man? What is this? What is this? What is this troll? How do you springboard of Chode crystals to display of higher value? And I don't even know what SMV is. To maintain status as the AMOG in the. I don't know if that's a real question or not, but if you wanna stop being, in the POA community, they shame a lot. Like if you don't go out, let's say, they call you a chode. If you don't live up to, if you don't do the pickup technique, you're a chode. If you don't do XYZ, you're a chode. And they call it Chode Crystal when you just chill around with your buddies and have a good time. Like, if you're hanging out with your bros and you're having a good time at the bar, and POAs would call that Chode Crystal. No, I call it like being a freaking human being. You know what I mean? It's called being whatever shit, whatever, like I don't know why those POAs have like those things, but yeah, maybe that's why I don't want to teach pickup or whatever, because like I don't like those terms and everything. Wish me luck for my finals. I should probably go to bed. Awesome. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go really soon too. I see none of you guys are watching. It's been 45 minutes. I'm pretty tired right now, and I want to get back to editing videos, and I want to get back to. I want to make myself some tea, take a nice shower. You know, I did for an hour or something like that. Because fuck it, you know what? This is what I like to do. I like doing those live streams. I really like it. But even more, I love editing those montages. So, shoot me your questions right now, or else I'm gonna go in probably 5 minutes. So shoot them right now. Yeah, man, I'm happy to where I am and love making videos on YouTube on my end. Awesome. I'm gonna check your videos. Probably gonna check them. It's very true that success is the killer of happiness. Because I try to make a lot of effort, still work on schooling. Yeah. I don't know if success is the killer of happiness, but success will not give you happiness. But I don't think it'll kill it. It might, no, it might give you some realization like, wait, it doesn't actually make happiness. You know what I mean? You know, it might make your life. Hello. Do you hear me now? I don't know what the fuck happened with the sound. I'm gonna repeat that again. So, long story short, May 21st, Patreon page. If you sign up to the exclusive membership list, you'll get access to uncut footage of me at festivals, infield footage, you want to call it. You'll see behind the scenes of all my montages. You will see, you will see good shit. You will see even vlogs of mine, of me just chilling around. You'll see kind of behind the scenes of my life. Because on those videos, you don't really see... you hear about my content and everything, but you don't really see who's behind the mask. You don't really see my life, how it is. Like, hey, how does John eat? How does he how does he go to the gym? How does he clean up his house? What is his life like? What is his social life like? Does he have friends? Does John even have friends? He's always by himself in front of a camera with a mask on. Right? And then you'll see a bit more behind, like my life and shit like that. So yeah, If you want to check out my Patreon page, just stay freaking tuned, bitches. And if you have any more questions, fuck it. No, I'm too tired. I'm gonna go, guys. Sorry. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all. Bye bye.